Wanted to post this video. This is for a 2011 M109R. This is for the Cobra Fi2000 Powrpro Black. I had this installed. I installed this, and I'm really bad at instruction videos, but I wanted to point out a few things in case people had questions on how to install this on M109R. And this is a 2011. I don't know if the setup's the same with all the others. Actually, I think this is a 2011 limited edition is what they call it. I don't know if it makes a difference on the other ones, but I was searching around trying to figure out people and instructions and how to get this really done. Mine's already done, and I'm not going to take it apart. And like I said, I'm really bad at instruction videos, but I just wanted to point out a few things. This is the Powrpro Black. It's a Cobra Fi2000 fuel turner. It's supposed to help. It actually helped when I installed my intakes. I was getting a weird ticking noise every now and then. I don't know if it was the fuel mixture was wrong. This actually fixed it. But to install this, there's a few videos on removing the tank and stuff. All I did, if you remove this bolt here, this thing literally just pushes forward. The whole thing pushes forward, and you can take it off. It's connected by a wire for your speedometer. I didn't disconnect it. I just unscrewed the bolt and I moved it over here. It just swings off, and I moved it over here and just put a rope and just tied it up to the handlebar to keep it out of the way. And very simple. And to remove the gas tank is just as simple. There's one bolt right there. You remove that bolt, and you can't see it through the gas tank, obviously, but there's one on each side. One here, and on the other side of the same spot, there's a fitting that has a rubber grommet in it. It's about the big circle, probably about that big. And there's a bracket on your motorcycle. So when you lift your gas tank up, it actually lifts it off the bracket. You'll see it when you remove your gas tank. So when you put it on, I made the mistake when I put it on, one of the rubber grommets actually fell to the floor because I didn't realize it was there. But it looks like a circle disc about that big, and there's a bracket under the gas tank on your frame. So when you put it back down, those rubber grommets fit into the bracket. And that's what holds it from going side to side, I guess, or up and down or something. But yeah, it was very simple. Move that, unscrew the bolt, lift it up, and it lifts it off the bracket. Very simple. Under here, there's two things that me disconnected. The fuel line. There's a little plastic connection. You squeeze it together at the top and pull it out. Some people have issues with it. Mine actually was pretty simple. Squeeze it, pull it right out. A little bit of gas drips out, but I just had a towel under there, picked it up. And there's another plug under there. Honestly, I don't know what the plug goes to, but pretty simple. You just screwdriver in there, pops right out. But those two actually are under here, connected to the gas tank. Once you remove that, you lift the gas tank right off. The Cobra, it has to be connected in two different spots. The cable has one short cable and one long cable. And really, you can't go too wrong on it. The long cable is on this side because where it needs to connect to is farther up. The short cable is on this side because the connection is right here. So it's very short. You don't need a long wire. I know some people have connected them into the wrong spots, but I thought it was pretty simple. If you try to use a short cable to reach all the way up here in the front, you're going to run out of, it just makes it too short. So I wish I would have done it, showed you more when I took the tank off. I was just more worried I was going to mess it up, and I didn't. Like I said, I'm not really good on instruction videos. I actually took these off. Some people have tried to do it with them on. I find it very hard. There's many videos on how to remove the air filter. Mine's a little bit different because I put the cone filters on. But if you remove the air filter, and it's really hard to see. I think I can get a light down here. Whoop. And I don't know if you can see it. There's a plug. I'm trying to hold this with both. Trying to put the flashlight in my finger. There's one plug here, one plug here. The plug you need to reach is way between them. I don't know if you can see with, hold on. My finger is kind of bad. I don't know if you can, trying to do all this with one hand. There's a gray plug between them. It's way back there. I don't know if the focus is too well, but there's one plug here, and there's another plug up here, up above it. It's like a T. It goes up, and there's a T. And between them on the right side, there's a gray plug right there, right? And that's why when you take the tank off, if you look down, you can see it, but the air filter, when the air filter is on, it's really hard to reach it. So, and the air filter is very simple to remove. There's where it comes up on the top here, there's a steel that you'll see the air filter intakes. There's one on each side, and you just loosen up the clamp with a screwdriver, pull the whole thing off after you obviously unbolt the bottom parts, and the whole thing just slides right out. Take the whole tubing, everything out, and you can reach that very easy. And I had to fiddle with it a little bit. It's a little hard to, it's still a little bit cramped in there, even with the air filter off, trying to push the plug from that cable into that connection over there. And the other side, now this one, I don't think you can even see it with the tank on. And to be honest, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take the tank off, but you can't miss it. Right under here, oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it. All right. Easiest way to tell you is literally right in this spot, right where my finger is pointing, there's another gray plug. Can't really miss. They're both gray. Gray on that side, gray on this side. You unplug it, and the Cobra has two connections. They fit into one male, one female. So basically, you plug the gray plug into the male connection, and you plug the female plug into where the original one was. The instructions come with it. I mean, it's really, I'm not mechanical in any way whatsoever, and it really wasn't that hard to figure out which plug, well, they only fit. One goes into one and one goes the other. You can't put them in the wrong one because one's male, one's female. But the two locations of the two plugs weren't that hard to find. I mean, like I said, they're gray. And I don't think, I'm looking at these connections, yeah, it's the only gray plug here. When you look down here, and it's the same on the other side, that plug there between the two, it makes a T. First, there's one here, there's one up here, and there's a plug right there on the side of it. And it is the only one that's a gray. And that's why it's really pretty easy to find. And the other side is the same color. So once you connect those two in, there's a cable right here that comes to the Cobra. It's very easy to do. You pop these two things out. There's one here, and one you could actually just pull up on them. And this little plate comes off of the battery. I'm not sure everyone probably has done it before, but I figure I'd just tell you, if you pop those two out, lift it up, the battery's right under there. And you screw this into the cable for the negative terminal. Actually, I could probably just pull it up right now and show you. I don't know if you see right there. I just screwed it under the bolt into the negative terminal. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The only downside with this that I saw so far is that I guess this was originally designed for the iPhone system, and I have an Android, and for the life of me, I can't get the app to work on the Android. It seems to only work so far. I have an Android with iOS Android 10 on it, on my phone. and it does not connect to my phone. I mean, the app allows you to make certain adjustments to the actual mapping that's already done if you want to change it, and I obviously can't do it because it doesn't connect to my phone. But the Powrpro Black actually is automatic. This one anyway, there's no switches. It automatically does it for you. It's just if you want to make changes outside of the current mapping that it has, you can do it with the app. But until they fix the app, I'm unable to do it. And these are all bike specific, so you have to have the bike model that you want for the specific Powrpro Black. But anyway, I hope this helps people a little bit. Thanks.